Welcome to the show, pal. Thank you.
Peter, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh,
I know nothing. He'll vouch for this about football. And you know what was amazing? I got quite an insight into your life as well.
Yeah, I was in it.
You did feature.
You know what I mean? You're called in it football's most unlikely hero, right? Are you shocked that we're now sitting here discussing a sporting documentary about you?
Honestly, like, I have to pinch myself all the time. If you told like a 15-year-old me that, you know, I'd do half the things that I went on to achieve, you know, football-wise, and like you say, a film, it all seems a bit mad. But I was worried at first. I was like, you know, why me? You know, like there's plenty of players who've had better careers than me, and plenty of people that are maybe more interesting. But yeah, I think it's just that kind of rocky road to try and make it. I mean, lots of documentaries are like, I was brilliant and then I was incredible, you know. And I think mine, I went non-league, I went on loan to Sweden. I had a kind of up and down journey, and hopefully that kind of resonates with people.
I think that's what I loved about it, Crouchy, to be honest with you, because, you know, obviously you bring your humour to the table within the whole story, but there's a serious element to it as well about a lot of the stuff that you went through. And I mean, I was there that day you made your debut for England at Old Trafford, and it's always something that sat with me in my career for some reason. Just kind of the fact that you stepped onto that pitch having never even kicked a ball for England, but yet were booed immediately as you stepped onto the pitch. How did you deal with that?
Yeah, that was hard because you know what, you know yourself, right? Yeah. You work so hard to become a footballer, and the pinnacle of that is representing your country, right? So, and I think what people sometimes forget is that my mum and dad and my sister, they're all so proud of me. They're all there in the crowd, and they think, oh, my boy's playing for England, and then obviously you get that kind of reaction. I think there's an element of it was I was a Liverpool player, kind of at Old Trafford, and of course that plays a part, but you know that, you know, part of me wants to die inside, and I'm thinking of my mum. I'm thinking she's going to be incredibly upset by this, but then, you know what, and what I'm incredibly proud of is sort of coming through that and then having a kind of successful England career after that, because, you know, I could have quite easily gone, this is not for me, this one. But then I came out of it, and, you know, here I am on the One Show.
So many people will take that away from it. It doesn't matter what you do in terms of a job, you turned it around.
No, exactly right. Yeah, and I could have, like you say, could have gone under, really. And there's times where I thought it would have been easier to, but you know, listen, we came through it, and it's all good now.
We've mentioned today on the show, it's Thank a Teacher Day today. Don't know if you're going to like the road I'm going down here with Thank a Teacher Day, but, you know, there's a man that really supported you throughout your career, and actually seeing in the documentary just the impact he had on you, Harry, our old boss. He played a massive role, didn't he, and a lot of this process of you turning things around.
Yeah, he did. Listen, you know, I've got teachers, you know, right from the start, obviously, Mr. Waring, I've got to give a big shout out to. He was there, Andy Campbell, who was my first boss, but in a professional capacity, Harry, I was in a kind of, I'd been in the Premier League with Aston Villa. I went to, and it didn't work for me. I had a second chance at Southampton, and it wasn't working for me again. Thankfully, Harry came in and just transformed that for me, and it gave me kind of that second chance to have a bite at the Premier League cherry, if you like, and thankfully turned it all round for me. And obviously, it's a nice bit in the film where we chat about that, really, and I think. And then obviously he bought and sold me plenty of times after, but we had a great relationship, and we still do. And I thank him every day for that. You know, he was a huge supporter of me, as you know. You know, I think he prefers me to Jamie at times.
We said it on the telly. There's one day in particular that kind of changed everything for you. I think it was the 3rd of December, wasn't it? 2005. Tell us. 2 things happened that day. Go on.
Yeah, it was actually 3 things, believe it or not, because I scored my first goal for Liverpool, and I'd gone 18 games without scoring, and that was a tough time.
Hell of a strike.
And I'll be honest with you, I think it might have been 2 own goals. I think I was the 3rd last person to touch it anyway, but I took it. Anyway, and I got, you know, broke my duck. I managed to score another one, and then I met Abbey that night, so it was almost a hat-trick in many ways. I wish I'd done the lottery as well. It was a good night.
No, it's brilliant.
And Crouch Fest, now then, we've got to mention this, is back again this year.
Yeah, again, another thing that I shouldn't be doing, but I am. Wembley Arena, the 4th of November, we did it last time, and that's what happened last time. We had people in fancy dress, we had Kasabian, we had Paul Potts did Nessun Dorma, which was absolutely incredible. You know, the first Crouch Fest, we had Catherine Jenkins, who did the Champions League anthem. I don't know how we managed to kind of pull it together, but the people that listen to our podcast, loyal kind of supporters, and we managed to pull it off, and hopefully we can pull it off again.
Sure you will do, Crouchy. People come because they love you, mate. That's why. We've got to get down there, I think. Crouch Fest.
I think
Bit of
so.
me and you, I think that. Thank you very much, Crouchy.